I wanted to do a separate video for Introduction to Lab for CHEM400 because I want to talk a little bit about the at-home lab kit that you'll be required to purchase. The at-home lab kit involves a scale that holds at least 200 grams. The scale that I'm recommending in the syllabus and in the week 0 module in the introductory materials for lab goes to 220 grams. And your scale must also go to the second decimal place, so read to 0.01 grams. That's key because all of the measurements in the labs are included within that scale. So if you get more mass on your scale, say 500 grams, make sure that it can at least read to the 0.01 gram. The second decimal place. And then if you get something under 200 grams, you may not be able to weigh everything that you need to weigh for the class. So 200 or 220 is what the jeweler scale that I ended up purchasing and calling out in the introductory materials. I really like the pH tester and the TDS temperature tester that you can get packaged together for about $20. I still use them all the time, actually, and I still, in fact, use them quite often in my at-home lab kit that I do with my students in undergraduate research. They're actually a pretty robust system, so I was excited to find what I thought was a pretty good deal, and they still work well. So what else? The plastic labware kit, again, works really well, really reasonably priced. Goggles as well. You are going to need them for future chem classes, so and safety is important. Now, let's see. So each week there will be an assignment. You'll have to and pretty much just follow along with what the lab assignments ask, meaning that typically there will be a pre-lab that you'll do. Then you'll do the data collection for the experiment. And then the following week, the calculations will be due. Now, as far as turning it in, if you'd rather do the entire lab all at once, that's always okay. I will always check all of your uploaded work to assign as many points as you have earned. So you may always turn in things early. You can also turn in the same assignment if you do the whole lab for both weeks. I'm pretty flexible, and I'd like to think at least that I'm pretty good at looking for your work. And then if I can't find it and it was there, and I missed something, just let me know, because I really think of lab. I mean, lab is great. So first off, let me say that, because you get to experience the chemistry and actually do the solutions or the pH tests, and then make calculations about them as well. So I'm very excited about this at-home lab kit that we have at Sac City College. Yes, very exciting. Now, and we made a bunch of videos to help you guide through it. And if at the end of the day you've tried and you still don't get something, whether it's a technique or a calculation, so just email me and I will help you directly. And sometimes if I get 2 or 3 emails, I'll post a video going over all the details for it. Your goal for lab should be to get all of the points for lab, because the more points you get for lab, the fewer points overall you need for the exams, which and we're all seeking to learn a lot of chemistry here, and but a very small portion of us are actually chem majors. So we're also seeking to get a good grade as well, and I think we're trying to maximize both of those things efficiently. So and a good rule of thumb, this is for lab, lecture, anything that I do, is if you work really hard at it for 20 minutes and you're getting nowhere, or you feel like you've stopped at that point, and please email me, come to an office hour, get the help that you need. That's what we're here for. And it's a little more complicated than when we used to be, we as instructors. Let me see. Yep, I've got a mouse in my pocket too. So it's a little harder for us to we can't meet face to face anymore, but we are still here and we still take teaching very seriously, especially at Sac City College. I'm happy to say. So let's see. Yeah. Um, and then again, if you have any questions about anything that needs to be turned in, you have a calculation. Oh, this is what I wanted to say as well. So um, if so, you're graded on what you do, that your calculations are correct, and that you in general understand what you're doing. That doesn't mean you have to get the perfect correct answer each time for the lab part. So you may have a 50% error, and that may be fine. I will be happy to tell you that as well. But if you make a mistake on a calculation, or you don't answer a pre or post lab question, you can be pretty sure that you're going to lose some points. But if you're off for your experimental work and you at least understand that and you say 50% error, wow, that seems like a big error, mention it, and do your calculations and answer your questions correctly. Hopefully this is a little tips for success guide for especially my lab, but hopefully chemistry in general. If you have any questions, always email me directly. That is much better than emailing me through Canvas. My email is millerw, that's MILLERW, at scc.losrios.edu. All right, good luck and good skill this semester.